the port of departure, which was Glasgow, and the name of the ship, which was the Caledonia. And since we were allowed to bring on our own devices, we got on the internet and started researching some of the stuff. And after we finished, we shared our notes in the class. There's our notes. After we finished that, we reviewed the first section as a class. And what we found was that it was about a father who immigrated to a new country in search for a better life for his family. And the reason he immigrated was because there was a black dragon which signifies death in their hometown.
After each group was divided, we got our own sections and we became experts on those sections. And the first thing we did with our group was just flip through the pages to get a quick overview of our section. Then we got into it and started taking notes on Wallwisher. And Wallwisher is basically a website with virtual sticky notes on it. And on Wallwisher, we shared our notes with the other groups so that they would know what was going on in their section. And for this picture, Mrs. Tremblay posted it because we were trying to figure out what language this was so that we could figure out what country the man immigrated to. And over here, this one says, two statues shaking hands is interpretation of the Statue of Liberty. And because each picture we did was interpreting other things, not meaning what it shows.
So with every fun reading or any project, there is a goal to do. And so for us, we had to summarize creatively using any presentation tool we wanted. And so we brainstormed in a class to figure out some good presentation ideas. In my group, we chose a rap song. And the rap had to summarize the details from our section.
My group chose a diary or journal from the man in our story's point of view. And it basically goes day by day, telling how he is and what kind of people he meets when he immigrates to this different country.
We are not completed our projects yet, and these are going to be really cool when we finish it. Thank you.
This is the 6th grade pre-algebra class. And my name is Allison, and I'm working on estimating with percents.
My name is Joya, and I'm working on compound interest. Hi, I'm Stephanie, and I'm working on finding and using percents.
Hi, I'm Nate, and I'm working on compound interest.
Hi, I'm Rhiannon, and I'm working on percents.
Hi, I'm Leah, and I'm working on compound interest.
Mrs. Tremblay, why would you want to borrow people's money if they just make you want to pay back more? Doesn't make any sense. Or want to borrow a penny? 2 days later, you can give me $1 and a penny?
No thanks.
Well, you should tell that to these people. Simple interest is kind of, well, you get the total interest by times how much you bought, how much you borrowed, by the number of years you're going to keep it, which you should keep down low, and by the percent. And you get the total interest that you need to pay. For example,
So why do you want to keep it down low with the amount of time that you pay for your interest?
because the more years you keep the money, the more money you have to pay back in the end. So if you only keep it for a day, that'd be a lot better than keeping it for a year, because then you would have to pay a lot more interest because you kept their money for longer and it's their money, not yours.
Welcome to our class. This is 7th grade Alps, and and some of us are in algebra, but some of us are also in pre-algebra. I am on factoring the sums and differences of cubes.
I'm on factoring polynomials and degrees.
I'm on factoring the differences of two squares.
I am on long division of polynomials.
I'm on factoring perfect square trinomials.
I'm on factoring polynomials. Here's a polynomial that I'm trying to simplify. So we'll start off with ABC, or 8ABC, sorry. 8ABC. Then, since you're adding, you don't have to change any of the signs here or here, but we'll get to this part in a minute. So it would be 4AB squared. And because you have a subtraction sign here, then the signs that are in the parentheses here have to be changed, have to be flipped around. So this would be adding 7a squared b, subtracting 3abc, subtracting 4ab squared, and then this sign stays the same because this was addition. So plus 5a squared b. Then this is the subtraction sign, so we have to change these, all of this, all of the signs there. So it would be plus 5 ABC minus 12a squared b minus ab squared, or no, plus ab squared, sorry, and then minus 10abc. So that's the equation without the parentheses and brackets. And now, to help me simplify the equation, I'm going to circle the terms that are similar. So this has variables ABC, and let's try to find another one right here. And another one over here. And the last one over here. Simplified. So 8ABC minus 3ABC would be 5ABC. Plus 5ABC is 10ABC. Minus 10ABC would be no ABCs. So then we move on to the next one. So the answer is just AB squared.
Thank you very much, Elizabeth.
Hi, and welcome to the 8th grade Think Well math class. In this math class, we have both algebra and geometry students. The algebra students started algebra in 7th grade, and the geometry students started in 6th grade. In this math class, I am taking algebra. In algebra, I am on Unit 6, Linear Equations with Restrictions.
All the kids working on geometry right now are on the same lesson, similarities and right triangles.
I'm in Alps algebra, and I am doing rational expressions unit test.
That iMovie was created by a 7th grade group that created this presentation, Think Well Math Program. Think Well is an online math program using Alps to instruct and differentiate pre-algebra, algebra, and geometry courses of students. Here is Elizabeth Coate and my co-MC Aiden Ryan.
Thinkwell is an online math program where each student is in charge of their own pace and progress. In Thinkwell, we have two ways to learn a lesson. Some people prefer to watch videos. In the videos, Professor Edward Berger shows you how to do a basic problem, then shows a couple of different examples. Other people like to read notes. The notes show some of the same examples as in the video, but summarize what Dr. Berger said. After you're done watching the videos, you move on to the practice problems. After you've completed all the problems, you correct your own work. When you're confident enough, you move on to the online exercises.
the online exercises, the grade that you get for your online exercises is the grade that you get for that lesson. You can use whatever strategy you want to help you figure out the problem. ThinkWell helps you to find the best way that you learn and helps you to be a stronger and more confident student. It also lets you take your own pace and helps you recognize when you need more help in a section. ThinkWell is a great and fun program that helps me become a better learner.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And now we move on to the 8th grade, building leadership in teams. Students in the 8th grade are introduced to leadership activities to promote self-confidence and realize their leadership potential. Here's Casey Minikin and Karina Ithier with a presentation.
This year in 8th grade Alps, we're learning about leadership and how we can be better leaders. For one project we did, we made a magazine cover of ourselves as leaders in the future. For mine, I made an invention, and it was called the food box. And it's like a microwave, but your food instantly appears. And another one of my classmates, Ariana, sits there and finds a way for people to not only live forever, but to be eternally young.
Some other examples, this is Hannah Morin's. Her magazine was titled Earth and Us. She is a published author already, and she is in the process of creating another book. And I'll just read what she wrote here. It says, new author Hannah Morin has written a new bestseller called Ducks and Explosions that has raised the bar for animal activists everywhere. Her heartwarming story portrays the grim life of animals suffering for different types of abuse and how a little bit of kindness from a group of quirky children can change their lives. And this is mine. It's called L'Espoir Humanities, and I chose the title because L'Espoir in French means hope, and I want to be an author and a humanity teacher when I grow up, so I just wrote this is mine. And I guess we'll pass them out so you can take a look at them.
Another activity we did in Alps is we do a lot of papers about leaders, and this one is called Leaders in My Life. It's leaders that we know, like famous leaders. We have to fill in who we think would fit this topic. One of them was a leader that thinks creatively, and we chose Albert Einstein.
This was another example. One of the activities we did in Alps, it was called What I Look For in a Leader. In this activity, we had 15 qualities that a leader has, and as a group in our class, we had to decide the top 5. So it was really challenging because we all as a group had to figure out the top 5, and we all had different opinions, but it helped us because we referred to these qualities, and it helped us get the top 5, so that was really fun. And each year we have a community challenge. One of the challenges I did when I was in 5th grade is called A Taste of Culture. We went to Cali, and we learned about the different cultures and how people in different cultures grow up. And from now I can see how I really looked up to the 8th graders, and because they were leaders to me, so I used their qualities to be in different groups and stuff.
Another community challenge we did last year was for engineering. And we had a group of all different grades, and we had to figure out a problem. We had a golf ball in a bag, and we had to get it to another bag without touching it with our hands. So we had to come up with something, and it showed me how to be a leader because we had to get all the group's ideas, and trial and error was a big thing in this.
And recently, in our last Alps, we learned about active listening, and we understood it's important to be an active listener, to be a leader, and using eye contact and not having distractions make you be an active listener. So they really help us be a leader and be better in groups and in our classes.